Hello everyone, hello, welcome back to the channel. Today I wanted to talk about an album I picked up recently. Well, we'll talk about this artist in general. But this was her first studio album. And essentially, so the story begins, she was on a show in the UK called X Factor. Now, I used to watch it, like, I don't know, she was on it 11 years ago and that was the last season I watched. My parents would watch it, so back when I was younger, I'd watch it with them. And she was on it, and she got to the live shows, which is really good. If you know, you know. But I believe she came fourth. I'm not too certain on that one. It might have been something else, but even to get to the live shows is really good. And I have no idea who won. I love Janet Devlin's music. I'm going to go and see her live in where I live. She's playing in September, which is really cool. That's going to be fun. I'll probably make a video on that. But the point is, I adore her music, and I have absolutely no idea who won that year. It's sort of a theme with X Factor in the UK every year, that whoever wins would have one big hit, and then they'd probably just disappear. People like James Arthur and JLS, I think, won. Alexandra Berg, is that her name? Leona Lewis, I think, won as well. But these people are just gone. Whereas Janet Devlin's still making music and touring and doing, great for herself. Now, this came out I believe it came out in 2014. That might be wrong. I swear it was around that time. And I've loved it for years. But I only recently picked it up on vinyl because she's quite a small artist and sometimes it's a bit harder to find their stuff. But it was on her own website. Now, I'm not going to speak for her, and this is important. If you really want to know more, she's got some great videos on her YouTube channel where she opens up about her problems. But unfortunately, while making this and after the X Factor date, she did struggle with alcohol abuse and addiction and some pretty horrible stuff. So God bless her for that. And she made it through. She's amazing. It's really inspirational stuff. So go and check it out on her channel. It deserves a mention, but obviously that's her own experiences, and I can't speak for her in that. But this is brilliant, and quickly, obviously I did a review on this already, but this is her second album, which came out last year. Now, in my personal opinion, this is brilliant, and a hell of a lot better, than that one. She massively improved, but her first album is still worth a great listen. So let's get into it with The Looks. So the outer sleeve has this lovely font on it and this beautiful picture of her in a lovely dress in what I believe is just shrubbery, some lights in it. Or it could be a Christmas tree, you never know. It's just a really beautiful album cover. Let's see if I can get more of it in frame. Here we go. I love the colour combinations of the amber and the green. It really goes well together. And obviously the font is beautiful. So the back is more this. I love her tattoo on her arm. I want to get a tattoo on my forearm. Song names for you. Insomnia Records. And then the inner sleeve has this lovely message, which I'll try and get in frame. There you go. If you want to read that. That's super cool. I love the House of Cards. That's a song from the album. The hearts coming off the tree. That's really nice. And then that's just, all people who played on the album, lovely rose. And I love this simple label. That's really cool. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty simple, not much else to see. So let's talk about the songs. So instrumentally, this album is very light. There's some great drumming on it, but it's mostly acoustic guitar, some great ukulele, and Janet Devlin's amazing vocals layered on top. Now, her singing vocals she's very, very Irish, and she has that amazing accent. I love the Irish accent. And I love people who sing with their accent, like Liam Gallagher, Bob Dylan, Jim Morrison, just to name a few. You listen to Liam Gallagher, and if you're British or you know things about Britain, you know he's from Manchester. That sort of being able to tell where they're from by how they're singing. Because a lot of artists, especially nowadays in the pop scene, they all sound like this sort of amalgamation of a British and American accent. It's sort of an Americanized accent that they all sing, and I'm not saying everyone in the pop scene does that nowadays, because they don't, but there are a larger amount of people who do that, and Janet is not one of them, which is probably why I love her music, as well as her amazing lyrical capabilities. So Creatures of the Night, which is the first track, it's a really great song, and I love the chorus on it. It's really catchy. A song about being able to see all the creatures in the darkness around you. And it's just a great opening track. Really fun, really peppy, really gets you in a good mood to start the album. And then House of Cards is all about losing someone. The second song, House of Cards, it's all about loving someone even after years. So say you broke up years ago, but you meet them again and they don't really remember your name, but you still absolutely love them. It's a really heartwarming and touching song. Absolutely brilliant. Hide and Seek is another really great peppy song about being fed up with playing hide and seek for love. You know, trying to search for love is difficult. It's really difficult, believe me. And I can relate to the song. It's such a great song. And again, the instrumentation across the whole album is brilliant. But it really shines through on these opening tracks. But yeah, I mean, the lyrics do speak to me in a way, because I mean, I'm trying my best. I'm a good-looking chap. I'm not at the moment, because I was going to have a shower after making this video. But yeah, it's just a great song. And then Lifeboat, which is my favourite song on the album. I love the lyrical themes on this album about, you know, she's in the water, but she's not drowning. She's learning how to swim. She doesn't need your life jacket. She doesn't need your lighthouse or your lifeboat. She wants to get there on her own and work things out on her own, which is important, because ultimately, you know, if you're struggling, people can help you and be there for you, but you're never going to get better if you don't do it by yourself. That is a really hard life lesson to learn, which is what the song is about, and it's beautiful, and a really good song. Things We Lost in the Fire, which is an amazing song about just losing. So you're breaking up with someone and your relationship is on fire, and she's sort of singing about all the things that you would lose in the fire. Simple as that, really. And she especially mentions the dreams of, like, you know, you're with someone, you love someone, you have all these dreams and plans about the future, and then when the relationship goes up in flames, you're sort of fucked and all those dreams are going. And I can relate to that too. God, I had so many plans, doesn't matter. That's amazing. Which that closes side one. And then side two starts with, I believe it was the lead single, a song called Wonderful, which is short, sweet. I love her vocals. I love the lyrics. And I love the poppy chorus. It's probably the most pop-centric song on the album, but it's just really sweet, and I love it. Delicate is another amazing song. And then the eighth song on the album is Friday I'm in Love, a cover of the famous Cures song. Now, nothing beats the Cures. You know, you can cover the Cures if you want, but that original song is amazing. But her cover is really sweet, and I absolutely adore it. And the lyrics of that song are amazing. But you already know that. That song's legendary. When You Were Mine, it's a really beautiful song. And then the closing track, which is where the instrumentation really picks up. It's all about being numbed by, you know, growing up. You've had all these problems that have sort of numbed you to when you become an adult. And now you're drinking whiskey and alcohol just to help you sleep. And you're having these whiskey lullabies, these dreams. Now, obviously, these obviously aren't my lyrics. I try and describe them the best I can, but you have to listen to the music yourself, or go to her channel and hear about her situations and stuff. Because I've done this before, where I've spoken about an artist's problems, and I might have gotten a fact or two wrong. And I've genuinely had people come at me like, "Oh, you got this wrong. It's not this, it's this." So, you know, this is my interpretation and my opinion about the album. If you don't like it, you know, stop watching the video. But if you have your own opinions, I'd love to hear them down below. But anyway, in conclusion, this is a 5 out of 10. Her second album is much better, but I'd recommend you listen to both of them because she's an amazing artist and I really like her stuff. But this is really light, really sweet, and it's a 5 out of 10. I can't remember the score I gave this one, but I know it was either an 8 or higher because it's amazing. This is much more fuller, richer, and the production is much better on this one. Whereas on this one it's much more clean. But yeah, I mean, they're both great albums, and I recommend you listen to her because she's really good. And I said this, I think, already, but in September I'm going to go and see her live, which is going to be great. I know that I was doing Pink Floyd reviews before everything went to put. I'm still in. There's still some issues here, and I can't film at my full capacity. I'm still working on some stuff, and there's still stuff that keeps me away from being able to film properly. And albums like Animals, The Wall, these are some really rich and full albums that require more time. So I'm putting those videos off until I have more time to do the research and do a proper video on them. You know, not that my original reviews weren't proper videos, but I want to actually learn about, especially Animals. Animals, there's so much to it that I can't do it justice, you know, just filming a video like this. But anyway, if you watched this far, thanks for watching. Please subscribe if you liked, and I'll see you again soon. Take care, everyone.